Think Life Coaching, empowering you to achieve your goals. Hi, guys. Today's letter in our special series on resilience is C. And C stands for change. Now, friends, I remember a novel that I read years and years ago, when I was a kid. And this was a book written by the author Louis L'Amour. Some of you might have read his books, some of you might be familiar with his books, but he used to write these Western novels. And I used to enjoy it back in the day. One particular book, there's just one dialogue out of that book that somehow has stuck with me all these years. And I want to share that with you. I may not reproduce it in the exact words that it was there in the book, but I'll try and just give you the gist of it. So there was this young guy who goes to a new town, and he goes to the bar in that town. He doesn't know anyone there. And in the bar, he's accosted by three baddies from the town. And they challenge him to a duel, as they did back in the day. So this young boy, he says, "Hey, I ain't looking for trouble." And the baddest of them all, he says, "There you are, not looking for trouble, and troubles come down looking for you." So, friends, change can be like that. We may not be looking for it, we may not want it, but it'll get you. Because often change happens due to factors outside our control. And there is no better recent example of that than COVID. Completely changed people's lives when they least expected it. So the lesson that we need to learn from COVID in particular is that change can arrive anytime at our doorstep. And while we can't change the event, or we can't control the event that brings change, what we can do is control our attitude to the change. How flexible can we be? How adaptable can we be? That's the important part. Now, I have a saying for myself, and see if you agree with it. Shit happens, but you decide if you're going to let it stink up your life or not. Do you agree with me? Which means we must learn to accept change. We must learn to embrace change. And why? We must also learn to welcome change. In fact, I would suggest, friends, that if your life is going along on an even keel right now, introduce change into it intentionally. Make some small changes in your routine. Because our brain still behaves like a caveman's brain. It behaves like our ancestors' brain. And the brain just wants to keep us alive and functioning. And as long as we're alive and functioning, the brain thinks that anything different is dangerous. So it freezes when it comes to taking action that is different from our usual routine. So you need to practice so that your brain gets the idea that all change is not harmful. Now, Buddha said, change is never painful. Only the resistance to change is painful. So become a good change handler and increase your resilience. That's it for now. See you in the next video.